Hi everyone, Aisling here, and this week I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to talk to you about my handbag essentials, and as you can see I have a huge handbag and I have a tendency to kind of overfill it sometimes. So I'm going to talk to you about a few of the things that I think are important to have in your handbag. Of course, some of these aren't essential, but they're kind of important for different people for different reasons. So let's get cracking because I have a lot to talk to you about. The first are kind of more practical side of things. So the very first thing is definitely a packet of tissues. If you're like me and after Christmas you get a bit run down, then a packet of tissues is essential. I have one in my bag wherever I go. So that is the first thing. The next thing is hand sanitizer. If you're out and about, it's very important to keep your hands clean, and just a little small size of the hand sanitizer I think is really handy, and you hardly ever go through one of these, you know, you're not using it all the time, so it is very handy, and this is only 99¢. Then the next thing, especially this is more of a night out thing as well, is to have a few plasters in your bag, or if you have children or anything, plasters are very handy, just to keep a couple, even just not the whole box, but just even a few loose in your bag is very handy. Then another thing which I think is great is one of these little travel size packets of eye makeup remover pads from Simple. And these are really handy because they're just like the normal wipes, so you can use them, you know, for wiping your hands as well, or for cleaning something, you know, if you're out and about. I just think that they're very handy to have in your bag. Then a deodorant. I always find, especially if you have a busy day ahead of you, just to have a smaller size. This is the smaller size of the Dove spray deodorants, and I just think that these ones are kind of handy for, you know, being quick on the go. So the next thing then is, this I absolutely love, and I have to say I don't use hand cream enough, but I got this, the Vaseline, and it's the Healthy Hand and Nail Conditioning Lotion, and this is gorgeous. It's so nice on the nails. I find that my nails are starting to strengthen a bit if I remember to put it on. So if you tend to keep things in your handbag, keep this in your handbag, and then you might be more inclined to use it. So that's a good one. And this is only $3.69 as well, and it's a big enough tub, you know, but it's not that heavy, it's not too large. So then the next two things, this one was not so essential for me anymore, but it was totally essential when I had my braces on, and it's a fold-up toothbrush and a small toothpaste, and this is only $2.99 for the two of them, which I think is quite good value. So especially if you do have braces, you know that you want to brush your teeth every time you have something to eat, so this is really handy just to have a little fold-up compact size. And then the last thing in the more practical side is a hairbrush. If you have long hair, you know that it'll just get all tangled and all messy, especially in wintertime with the wind, so it's handy just to have a small hairbrush in your bag. I like this one because it still has the handle, and it's going to brush your hair properly, but it's not heavy at all, it's quite light, and it's one of the Infinity ones, and it's only €3, so that's quite good. Now, next over to a few of the more beauty related things that I like to keep in my handbag. The first thing, I don't really like to carry around a ton of makeup, because I just find if you put in one thing then you're going to put in another, and you're going to, you know, so it just builds up and that the handbag gets very heavy. So I don't like to carry foundation, I prefer to carry a concealer, and my favourite concealer to carry is actually the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer. This is really nice because it's very brightening, and it's quite radiant on the skin, so it does actually wake up your skin and give you a bit more radiance kind of halfway through the day when your makeup is wearing off in patches, or you're just starting to get tired, or you've been blowing your nose, or, you know, just to dot a little bit of this on underneath the eye, around the nose, on the chin, a little bit on the forehead, and then just rub it in with your finger, and it just wakes up your whole complexion. And then I just find you don't need to be carrying a massive bottle of foundation that can get very heavy in your bag, when this is going to cover blemishes, it's going to go underneath the eye as well for you. So that's my favourite concealer to carry around with me. Then the next thing, if you want to set your concealer, or if you find that halfway through the day your face gets quite shiny, as a lot of people's faces do, you know, with especially with heat in the buildings and everything, that kind of excess oil can come to the surface of your skin and that your face gets quite shiny. Something that is very good is one of the newest products from Benefit, and this is the Professional Agent Zero Shine, and this is a loose powder, so you can just use this to kind of create a flawless finish halfway through the day. And I like this one because, oh, it's gotten everywhere. You just open it, you tap a little bit into the cover, then you untwist the bottom and there is a brush inside there. So I think that's really handy, that as well you don't have to carry another big blusher brush with you that's just going to be taking up room in your bag. And basically you just dip the brush in there and dust it over your face, and it just gives you kind of a little bit more of a polished look halfway throughout the day. So that is the Professional Agent Zero Shine, and that is retailing at €34, so it's a little bit more on the expensive side, but I would say that it's going to last you for ages. If you're familiar with Professional, which is Benefit's primer, feels exactly like that, so it's lovely and silky. Then the next thing, which I like to carry, a lot of people I know they mightn't find it essential, but I like to carry a blusher, just because I find if I do top up my concealer, the rest of my face can look a little bit pale and a little bit one-dimensional. So my favourite concealer, or my favourite blusher should I say, is actually the Bourjois blushers. These are so pretty. They come in gorgeous colours, they smell beautiful. They also have, which saves you bringing another thing, they have a little mirror in there. So you have your mirror, you don't need a compact mirror. They also have a brush, so that's really handy that you're not carrying a separate mirror, a separate brush. You have it all in the one little small pot, and that's very tiny and compact as well for carrying around with you. So then lastly, what I like to carry, I always have something for my lips in my bag. So I suppose one of my favourite things, just because it's really handy, it's inexpensive and it kind of does two jobs, is the Labello Rose lip balm. And this one I like because it kind of locks in the moisture, but it also gives you a little bit of a pinky look to the lips, which is just, I find it's kind of doing an extra job for you. It's a little bit prettier than just the plain balm, so that's handy to just throw in your handbag. Then if you're like me today and you have a lipstick on, just keep your lipstick in your handbag. This one that I'm wearing at the moment is one of the Kate Moss for Rimmel lipsticks, and it's 110 is the colour. And I really like it, so I just keep that in my handbag to top up throughout the day, because your lipstick is going to wear off during the day. Then the last thing, which I only discovered recently and I think is so handy and so cute, are these. So these are this is the Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb, and basically what it is, it's a roll-on perfume on one side and it's a lip gloss on the other. So I've brought up the tester to show you. That's what it looks like there. And I just think this is gorgeous because the Flower Bomb is so popular. It is one of our best-selling perfumes and it is absolutely gorgeous. You get your little roll on there so you can, you know, freshen up with a little bit of perfume throughout the day, and then you've got a really gorgeous pink lip gloss on the other side. So the pink lip gloss is really pretty as well, so I think that's actually really handy. And this one is €25. Again, it's a little bit more on the expensive side, but you're kind of getting a lot for your money here, because a lot of people would pay €25 for just a lip gloss. So you're getting the lip gloss and the perfume, which I think is really nice. So that's everything. I know for different people you might kind of find different things essential, but they are a few of the things that I think are really nice and really important to have in your handbag, and they can all be found under one roof here in CH Chemist. So that's it for me this week, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.